You've heard the raw till 4 diet criticized from the mainstream eaters and the nutritionists that make their living off of them. Oh, and the anti-vegans, of course, they're always there. But now it's being criticized from the other side. People who are eating even better than us. Now these are the people who call themselves 100% raw. What these arrogant people don't understand, and I'm talking about Dave McDonald, of course, but other people joining in, Loran Lockman. What these people are overlooking, I don't know why they're overlooking it, but raw till 4 people are raw foodists. They understand all these things they're saying. In this video, I'm going to focus on a couple things Dan said that we don't understand because it's crap. First one.
So the meat is like a slow karma of like painful, debilitating, arthritic, crippling of putrefaction, whereas the grains start working right away to really slow you down, clog up your kidneys, clog up your GI tract. And so what you're going to have is...
It's true that grains move through the body slower than, say, fruit and vegetables, but they're not any slower than nuts, seeds. And speaking of slow, let's talk about fat. Yes. Fat is renowned for being slow. It's promoted as being healthy partly because of its slowness. It's digested slow. It's absorbed slow. It's removed from the bloodstream slow. Now that's a problem. It's clogging up the bloodstream for up to a day, where carbs can leave the bloodstream really quick to get to the body, which is what the bloodstream is there for. It is simply fat's nature. It sticks to things and moves slower. But there's no benefit to food absorbing. You do not have to always have food being absorbed to have energy. The fruit carbs get absorbed real quick, and then they get to the muscles, and they're stored there as glycogen. People have energy on long fasts without any food in their digestive system. Okay? I think I covered this enough, although I don't seem to be getting through no matter how much I ramble. I hope someone will clue me in on what else I need to say. Okay, there was the part where Dan said grain is almost worse than meat. I will defeat that claim with observation. If grain was as bad as meat, well, China is not the nation with all the epidemics like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. We know what's causing those things. If it was grain, China would have the same problems. There's the other part here you might have missed, where he suggests, basically almost says that raw till 4 people are newbies. A lot of them are. I think I said this before. I just have to say it again. I have been doing something like this raw till 4 for 20 years. I've been following this book. I started this 20 years ago. And this book is 29 years old. There's the date, 1985. Breakfast Your morning meals from now on will be a breeze. I think you know where this is going. Until noon every day, you may have as much fresh fruit juice and fresh fruit as you desire. Sound familiar? It's not new. It wasn't new then either. And then they suggest grains afterwards. They promote veganism. Okay, here comes the part where Dan shares his genius idea that a diet that includes fruit and grains will create alcohol. I showed this clip about 3 weeks ago, but the video was getting long, so I just made a quick joke about it. And this is what that looks like.
And also there's another issue too that's raw till 4 is that the cooked foods from the night before are not fully digested. Then you start eating the fruits and the vegetables the next day that are raw, and then you're going to have fermentation, which burns itself into alcohol. So a lot of times the raw till 4 people are actually kind of food drunks that aren't really aware of that yet.
Now that picture and the words I got straight off the internet. I guess it was some anti-vegan site. So I put that picture and Dan's clip together, two things supposedly serious, and it makes a joke out of both of them. So in this video I've dedicated the whole video to this, so hopefully I can get past the jokes and really thoroughly cover the issue. Now listen to these words again closely.
And then you're going to have fermentation, which burns itself into alcohol. So a lot of times the raw till 4 people are actually kind of food drunks. The raw till 4 people are actually kind of food drunks.
I'd like him to go deeper into depth on what the heck he is talking about. I see the line of reasoning he's making, and I've heard this before. I guess I can dispel this myth. I've been doing the raw till 1. That's even worse. Also called the Fit for Life Diamond Diet. I've been doing that for 20 years now. Packing in the fruit in the morning and packing in grains, overeating grains afternoon and night for 20 years straight. Do I look like a 46-year-old alcoholic? And if I have been absorbing this alcohol for 20 years, if I were to stop eating fruit and just eat a regular, more Asian type diet, won't I go through withdrawal? Or won't I have noticed anything? Well, guess what? I did that once just to see what would happen. After many years of eating fruit for breakfast, I cut out all fruit for 3 days, and I did not notice any difference. And this is a concept of natural hygiene. And check it out. This book all about natural hygiene, proper food combining. In summary, what we have here is 2 more cases of Dan pulling stuff out of his ass, also known as making stuff up. He just talks, and a whole bunch of ideas come to mind, but he's not filtering it and trying to figure out if it's true or not. So watch out for this type of thinking. Watch out for these kinds of people, and keep watching my videos where I show you how to spot this kind of crap. By subscribing to the channel, you'll be updated on all of my new uploads. And I would like it if you gave this video a thumbs up, because it'll help get it higher in the rankings. Yeah, more people will see it. So I'll see you again in a couple of days, and remember, keep carving up with fruit and grains.